Hello there once again, folks. Welcome to another train simulator video. This is the return of the Mac. This is the SD80Mac Pack V2 by NGC. Another great community modder within Train Simulator. And does all kinds of things to its wares, including Train Sim World 2 as well. A lot of great mods by NGC. And this is another one of them. He recently made, I think it was late last year, a Dash 9 upgrade or pack for the Norfolk Southern stuff and Colgons, and it was a great pack as well. Well, this is something totally different. This, of course, updates and upgrades and makes and looks better than the default SD80, which, of course, for those that may not know, the SD80 was basically just for Conrail alone. These suckers had 5,000 horsepower, which is about 3.7 megawatts, and they were over 80 feet long. These things were massive. They were essentially a 20-cylinder variant of the 710 G prime mover. It was also the first 20 cylinders since the SD45 series, years and years before these. They looked a little bit different and similar to GE. Of course, these are EMD and not GE, but they looked similar to GE, having wide radiator housings and a few other things as well. They were built in 1995 and 1996, also known as Conrail Cadillacs. They essentially went from Conrail to Norfolk Southern to CSX. All 30 were built for Conrail. Now, Conrail took delivery of 28, but 2 of those were demonstrators, and they love these damn things so much they went ahead and bought the demonstrators as well. But essentially, when it was all said and done, Norfolk Southern sold all remaining units to Canadian Pacific and Progress Rail, and the original numbers for these were 4100 through 4129, or 4129. Anyway, this pack includes a lot of stuff. It completely reworks and upscales outer textures to 4K resolution. It's got a few new cab textures as well as improved accurate displays, which I'm looking forward to taking a peek at as well. Improved rear fans and dynamic brake fan models. Completely new cab back wall that's accurate for the 80 Mac. Replaced the headlight flares with the ones from Searchlight Simulation 710 G3B pack. So you will need that for the headlight flares, as you see there. Now, these are not Searchlight Simulation sounds because, well, I don't think one of those prime movers that they offered was specific to the SD80 Max. So one of the bits about this pack, which is pretty cool, and it's a video I never made and I kind of wanted to make a while back, but the default SD80 was kind of broken, borked physics-wise, and just very meh. And Central Jersey Rail fan, the author of the late great 567 series pack, made a essentially an SD80 Mac pack. So that sound pack that he made is also within this. So it's kind of like a duo between the sound enhancement pack and the overall enhancement pack as well by NGC. So anyway, that's on here. There's a new DCSV file with the correct roster numbers for Conrail, which is 4100 through 4129. So we got 4113 right there in that gorgeous Conrail quality livery. I love the livery on that thing. It looks amazing. And then there's also going to be 2 new Conrail, well, not 2 new Conrail, a new Conrail G52X Colgon and a CSX Colgon as well. With new cold textures and Krell nut sounds applied as well, which you will need if you want these things to sound like real freight rail cars instead of, you know, that old sound. So you'll need a couple of things to get this to work. Most of them are free, if not all of them are free, except for the SD80 itself, which you can usually pick up on a sale for a couple of bucks. But anyway, I'm going to try to stop blabbing and actually take a look at them here. In V2, so if you already had this pack in V2, there's the new Norfolk Southern variant of the SD80 Mac, which you see over here on the left. Very gorgeous. The Conrail reskin is now separate with a higher quality CSX skin as the default, which you see here in the middle. There's a new default CSX Bethgon, which I just spoke about. We'll take a look at that. An SD80Mac manual model on the conductor's desk, so that's cool. We'll take a look at that. And some other minor and texture bug fixes and things of that nature. I will link down below, as always, where you can pick this up. And within that link are links to links to links to links. I'm kidding. Within that link, there's links for everything you're going to need. So this is the Conrail Quality SD80Mac. These things are mega chungus. They're gorgeous. Just absolute beasts. They look cool as hell. This is a very unique livery. I just love this Conrail quality livery here with the white stripe with the dip there. And this little bit right here, the radial AC SD80Mac for the alternating current. It's just a cool logo. The exterior looks very good. This is definitely beyond default dovetail quality, because that's where these were from. This is a dovetail pack by default. There's a lot of weathering going on here, which looks great. Light blue at the bottom, gets a little bit darker, and then just straight soot at the top, which looks fantastic. Of course, the Conrail quality logo. Very sharpish. Very nice indeed. Very sooty around that as well, which is nice. Yeah, it's a good looking paint. I love the way this thing looks. This is the CSX variant, which was upgraded, I believe, as well, as far as the entire look of it overall. Just crispied up a little bit. Looks very nice as well. And then the Norfolk Southern, also with the same logo that the Conrail Quality had, the radial AC, which looks very nice as well, all decked out in tuxedo. So as you can see, it does have the searchlight simulation flares, so it's got more improved lighting, which is nice, so it doesn't look like the default dovetail stuff. We'll hop inside. Here's the manual, operator's manual. That's pretty cool. Little neat effect. I like stuff like that. It looks good. And the wall, the rear wall of this thing in the cab is supposedly all new. It definitely looks like it was touched up some. What you're going to need to do is, once you have all this installed, you pop open the editor, and you're going to need to click Keystone right here. And then you just pop those on. And that adds the stuff like the fans in the back and this rear wall, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll hop back in here. The screens have been updated as well, which look very nice. Emergency enabled. Got the ident 71266 on this one. Markers are off. So that was upgraded as well, which looks very, very nice. Here are the Colgons, the G52X, which equally look pretty nice as well. It's nice to have, you know, it's not just a reskin. It's so much more than that with the update to this, the rolling stock as well that comes with this thing. And the new coal texture inside, which looks pretty darn good, might I add. It's not, I like how it's not perfect. You know, each one kind of looks a little bit different. It's got, I don't know the exact, you know, technical terminology, but it doesn't just look flat. You know, it looks rough. So that's nice as well. Here's the updated and upgraded CSX Gons, which look very nice as well. Definitely a lot crispier than default. In fact, I think these are, yeah, those are all brand new textures on the CSX Gons. So those look fantastic as well. Just good looking stuff, good looking pack. It's nice to have some very nice Conrail stuff in the game. I mean, heck, what is there? There's the old Dash 2 from Searchlight Simulations. Is there anything else that's like decent that's Conrail? I can't really think of anything. Anyway, this thing right here looks phenomenal. I will definitely be using this. I don't think anything has changed as far as the CSX variant. This one's got the manual as well. It should have the back wall, I believe, too. And we are rolling. Go ahead and pop the brake on. And then we'll hop in the Norfolk Southern. Brake on as well. Should have the manual there too. Yes, there it is. The improvised and upgraded back wall as well. Alright, so we will hop in this gorgeous beast and see what this sound pack sounds like. If you're not aware, again, this is a sound pack that Central Jersey Railfan did for the SD80Mac, and it also adds sounds for, I think, the IN12 model as well. So we'll see what it sounds like here. This, of course, is the RS3L horn from Searchlight Simulations. Alias to it. Nice bell. Go ahead and throw it forwards. Got a very deep, bassy rumble. Give it one notch. There's also a fan railer physics mod to this, which I think pretty much all it does is fixes the dynamic braking, because this was one of the locomotives that had the really funky dynamic brakes, and it did something else as well. But the sounds are 1000% better than this, you know, what this sounded like by default, so kudos to that. So that's one notch. 2 notches. A little bit of rattle there. Three notches. And we're getting wheel slip. Turn the sand on. We'll see what the outside sounds like with the 3rd notch. Now, this sound pack has got some of that clicking or popping in it, where it's a loop, but there's that noticeable like pop to it. It's you know, it's still better than the default sounds. That goes without question. You can't really hear it interior-wise. It seems like mainly exterior. We'll give it another notch here. It's number 4. Another one. Another. There's 7. It actually sounds really good interior-wise. It's a little bit of a rattle there going on. Nice. And number 8. I've known this sound enhancement pack's been out there for a while, and I've wanted to do it. I just didn't like the state of the default, you know, Dovetail SD80, and it didn't really change the headlight flares, so they still, it was, you know, it was good. I just, you know, I never got around to it. With this pack, I could not help it. I could not wait any longer. This is a perfect marriage of a couple of different mods all into one. I have no clue where we're going. I didn't line us up anywhere. That is definitely a red. And for what it's worth, we are also on the New York Division Bergen line by a one miner man in this beautiful craft of northeastern railroading in the States. There goes the Spad. So wait a minute, is this... Now I'm confused. There's not a 20-sill 710. Maybe it's like some kind of... No, now I'm confused. Is this the Searchlight sound for the 710 3GB? Because that was a 16-cylinder. It wasn't 20-cylinder. I'm genuinely confused. If you know, please let me know in the comments below, as always. Exterior again. Man, this thing looks good. Big boy. So yeah, it's awesome. We got some really nice Conrail stuff, and not only is it just Conrail, NGC updated it obviously to the CSX, the CSX Bethgon, and the Norfolk Southern Mac as well. But here it is, guys. Go and pick it up. I'll link it down below. This is awesome. I like Conrail stuff. Conrail is very blessed, very based, and I will definitely be using this. Where? I don't really know, because we don't have a lot of great Norfolk Southern routes. Oh my God. This is where we're going to end the video. Take care, guys. I'll catch you next time.